Spain, and we've come over here for a very important reason, a number of reasons actually.
Yeah, the most important one is to ensure that Tommy Robinson does not get arrested at the airport, but if he does, then the world will see it.
Absolutely.
The injustice of him being arrested again.
Yeah, absolutely. And also, you know, there's a lot of people there. We spent the day now with some other people. We've had interviews done. We're going to be getting more interviews done tomorrow. And also we're going to be sitting down with Tommy and having a chat with him about how he feels. Now, something I think which is really important for people to remember and try to understand is that this actually has had to happen for Tommy to come home.
Yeah.
And the fact that this is even has to happen is it just shows the state of our justice system and the threat that we're under for our freedoms in the UK.
Absolutely right. You know, somebody did a comparison with Russia and the arrests in Russia of tweets.
Yes, online posts.
Of online posts, 216.
Something's minimal. Yeah.
And
small.
over here,
thousands.
Thousands and thousands. And yet, Britain says, the British state says, we are free.
Yes.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, it's that classic saying, and tell a lie enough times that people eventually become the truth.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what we're living under. It seems very Orwellian, very 1984.
Yeah.
But the next step now is we're going to be going over to meet Tommy, get the interview done there, and obviously we'll get the filming done through the airport on the way back as well. But it's really important that people realise how bad this situation actually is, where we're having to get a load of people to go out.
Yep.
Just to make sure you get home safely, and just to make sure that you are able to be at a demonstration, a protest, say, or an event.
It's not a protest. It's a freedom rally. It's Uniting the Kingdom.
Yeah.
And we've had two fantastic days of brilliance, really, of who we are to be British.
Yeah.
I'm proud to wave the Welsh flag, the Scottish Saltire, the English Cross of St George, and of course Northern Ireland and its flag.
Yes, absolutely. So we are now going to head over, and the next clip, I suppose, is going to be the interview. We're going to try and get some bits leading up to that as well. But for now, that's it from us, and we shall see you soon.
See you soon.
So, Tommy, thank you very much for inviting us over. It's really good to get the opportunity to have a chat with you leading up to what I would say is a really important point in not just the movement history, but a really important point for Britain. We're on a turning point. But what I wanted to ask you, because the last event, 100,000 people, was bigger than I've ever seen. What's life been like since then?
Truth. Chaos. I always say, when people say, how are you? I say, control chaos. Every day.
Yeah.
I say sort of control, but it's chaos. It's been ups, it's been downs. I didn't expect anything that's happened. Within 3 days, there's riots, the target's on me. I haven't been back to the UK since that date because everyone's still telling me don't go back.
Yeah.
I know what I'm going back to, I think. I think I'm going to be detained today. I think I'll be put into Wood Hill Prison, maximum security, by tonight. And I think I'll get slammed by the judge, totally slammed. That's what I think.
Yeah.
Hopefully I don't, but that's what I think.
Yeah.
So, and they can't actually extradite me on this stupid charge. But for me, if I'm honest, everything that's happening now, I played out to happen.
Yeah.
I look at Home Not Hating Now, and I look at all these, when they started doing it about the contempt proceedings. I said, do you think I'm that thick? I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm putting them on trial. Yeah. I never would have expected 53 million views.
No.
And I know the detrimental effect it's going to have to me. I've just cried my eyes out in the last video, so I reckon I might get through this one.
Yeah.
Without. I know.
Well, it's in.
Yeah, I know. I know what I'm doing. And what I'm doing is putting myself in the firing line against them for them to fuck up. Because if they give me a large sentence, the whole world's going to talk about it.
Yeah.
And the whole world has watched my film. Well, 53 million people have.
Yeah.
Think about it, 53 million people watch the film. Keir Starmer got elected on 9 million votes.
Yeah.
Less than the population of London.
Yeah.
38 million people didn't vote for him.
Yeah.
That's all the ones that probably watched our film. But I lived under this, I had a bit of a false pretense that I'm going to put the film out. Like, the world needs to see it. I felt like I let myself down for years. I'm going to put it out, and if enough people watch it, they can't surely put me in jail. And then the riots happened at that time. And I watched as law-abiding British citizens were sentenced to 3 years.
Yeah.
And I would I say I had a mini breakdown? I thought I was looking at 2 years, so I'd got my head around doing a year on solitary. And then the riots happened. They're locking up. A woman got 3 years for pushing a bin.
Yeah. Yeah.
A 12-year-old girl. They don't care.
No.
So then I thought, okay, I'm definitely going to jail. So then I had to accept that. I'm going to jail. And do you know what it is? For me, it's not just going to jail. Like, I reckon you'll be reading about violent confrontations within the first 12 hours of me being in that prison. That's what I reckon. Yeah. I don't want to do that.
No.
Yeah? And obviously, for any man, you can say whatever you want. For me, I'm scared. Yeah. I'm also looking at now my kids. Dad, when we going to see you?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what? Your kids have seen you grow as a man, and they've seen people around you as they've grown as well, and they know that you're in the right. And this morning I tweeted, we're going to visit the Lion of London. The Lion of Luton, and that's what you were standing up, as far as I'm aware, of the great many indigenous people in this country that are too scared, and they've done what they've done. That a man's committed suicide, 60 odd years of age.
I'm hearing a 61. I just heard this last night. One of the lads who got sent to jail for 61 has hung himself because of the situations they put him in. My thing is, I can think my kids see me grown as a man. They probably see me collapse as a man.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we've all done that. We've all done that with kids. We've all done that, mate. But the thing is that you've carried on, and that's why when people say that your dissenters are saying, "Oh, Tommy's this, that, and the other," they haven't walked in your shoes.
Oh, fucking, I know, I say that. But for 3 months, I haven't been home for 3 months. I've been in 6 locations. So, because everywhere I went, they come.
Yeah.
So purposely, it's all purposely done.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But then I stayed away, and I didn't even get the fucking final bit. I wanted done that film.
Yeah. See, the thing is, honestly, what they're trying to do is they're trying to just say, for you to just go and say, fuck it, and walk away.
And I sort of, until when I went away for the riots, when the riots were going on, I was already away.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, why am I going to go back for 4 years in prison? And then, and what am I doing? And then and then I'll be honest, I started going on the piss, which I hadn't done for so long. And then I got a voice note off my mum. I think my problem is I think about what I've put all them through.
Yeah.
But they're proud of you. They are absolutely proud of you, and that's what I said about your kids. They look at you, and you're more of a man than a lot.
My mum gave me a rallying cry. My mum is a 4'11", little Irish woman. She's like, "What the fuck? You don't give up."
No.
What do you mean give up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they beat you, they beat you.
Yeah.
But you do not give up. You never give up to them.
Yeah.
And I thought, yeah, Mum, because my mum's brought me up. My mum's brought me up to always stand anyway.
Yeah.
And always stand for what's right. And she knows. So she said, look, if you go in and you lose. But you stood is partly, which is the main thing.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I'm a calculating person. When I see all these people going, he's getting done for contempt, I think, well, you didn't think I knew what I was doing.
Yeah.
No.
Well, and actually, I want to bring you back onto that because, of course, this film was released without your knowledge 2 years prior in the United States. So, isn't surely this defence? You can't put a genie back in the bottle.
When he talks about an injunction before he gives it, I say, Your Honour, the film's in America. How can you now put an injunction on something that's not in my hands and then tell me I get done anyway? So, and then I say to him, I don't understand why you're trying to hide the evidence in the case. It's just the evidence. If it's such a clear-cut case, Mr. Nicklin, the public watch the film and come to the same conclusion as you, won't they? That everyone just lied. Or are you worried that they won't? So, I have total contempt for Justice Nicklin and the court. So, then I'm at the point where
he has history, doesn't he? So
yeah, and I'm at the point where I've been trying to weigh up, what do I do now? What do I do when I go into court? And I've come to the time I'm at now, and if you call it going out of a bang, whatever you want to call it, I said this when I made the decision to play the film. I said I'm going out of a bang. That's it. I'm not gonna. There's no apologising from me, because I'm not sorry.
Yeah.
I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry at all, because it's not just when you watch the film, they're just people. But I got to know all those people.
Yeah.
Yep.
And even so I think the film is a legacy piece.
Yeah.
I'm happy with where my journalism's gone. I'm happy with the previous documentary of Lawfare. I'm happy with the Rape of Britain. I actually think we as a team have become fabulous film creators.
Absolutely.
And content creators. So I'm happy. And do you know what?
And what you've done, actually, do you know what? There's an old saying, and probably your mother would probably say the same thing. There's no smoke without fire. Yeah. And the thing is, that you've exposed a little peep of smoke there, and then you've done that, and another peep of smoke, and another peep of smoke, and another peep of smoke, and then Panodrama, and then Judge Nicklin, and it all starts to make sense. And that's why they want to shut you up. But it's not the end.
No,
it's
for me,
it's a pause.
For me, it's for me, which is why I done it. I thought you are going to bring more views, more. I'm going to pull off more in my activism and my cause in one day than it would have took me 10 years of work.
Yeah.
So to expose the corrupt judiciary in the way that film does, when the judiciary is their weapon of the totalitarian state, when they target on anyone they want to.
Yeah. And of course,
so you've seen it. You've seen it. You've seen it. You've seen what they've done with you. But how many people like you are there that are facing this that don't get to hear their story?
Yeah.
Mine's like, I'm going to go the big demonstration on 26th if I'm in prison. Yeah. If I'm in prison, I don't want it to be about me being in prison. I want it to be about the men. There's so many of them who are being terrorised. Like, I might actually be kept safe.
Yeah.
I know what it's like and how scared those men are. And they're putting them on wings full of Muslim prisoners, man.
And these men aren't, hardened criminals. They're not people who are spending...
They're just workers, man.
Yeah.
They're just British workers who go and work, pay tax every day.
Men and boys.
Men and boys, youngsters, man.
Yeah.
One boy got put in the Winchester, got absolutely battered on his first day, bruv.
And they're doing that deliberately as well.
Yeah, but the point, and that's happening to them because Keir Starmer put a target on their back.
Yeah.
He said that they're all racist and far right in English and English Defence League. None of them are.
English Defence League. So, where was the research in that statement?
They knew what they're doing.
None.
It's a nudge unit, isn't it? There's a nudge unit there, and they know how to send perfect messages out.
And they know that it. Well, we don't have to talk about why they're angry. They're all idiot.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we don't have to have a conversation. The protest in Tamworth. Mohammed left the hotel in Tamworth, raped a woman. That's why they're protesting. Yarmouth, Norwich, they've all left the hotels and raped. But you don't have to talk about that now. Yep. You have to talk about the fact that you brought in are raping English women. Now we'll blanket all as EDL.
Yeah. And this is something that is everywhere because we did it when we went up with the Lotus Eaters. We did it, and it's a little experiment that anybody can do. And type in, Swansea Crown Court asylum seeker, and the list that comes up of what they've done over the last year or so is unbelievable. Selling drugs, being allowed to, because he couldn't find work. He was given, sorry, you're a poor lad, off you go. Rape, Turkey, the Swansea man.
Every town.
Yeah.
When I started researching, there's not a town. If there was one, but these are people who should be grateful that we've let them in. Should be bending over backwards to be polite and volunteer their time.
Yeah.
And they're out raping them.
There's two things. First of all, they're making them superior, and at the same time they're making white boys, mainly white boys, particularly in Wales, 1 in 5 leave school and they're illiterate. 1 in 5 in Wales, and that's a system that's telling them they've got white privilege. That's a system that gives these people that are coming in free this,
free everything, free everything.
Yeah. Just to bring it back to the demo, so obviously we've got 6 days to go until your next event, next gathering. I think something that you said last time, which was really powerful, and I know you, so I know what it would have done in keeping quiet and not releasing the video. And something you said on the stage is one of your biggest regrets is you didn't release it straight away. What do you feel about it now? Are you happy? Are you glad you did it?
I'm
Did you
happy.
regret it?
I'm happy. Not one bit of me. So I'm happy with. My mate, I couldn't be more happy. 53 million people.
Yeah.
This isn't, like, without sounding fucking godlike. Like, who said it to me? I was going through everything that's happened, and I was doing aircraft engineering.
Yeah.
I then had 2 successful businesses. I then started the EDL, and now I'm here. And this now I believe is my destiny to highlight issues, and if I have to go to jail, which I'll tell the judge, if me showing the truth results in me sat in a cell for 1 year or 4 years, then I have to do it. And I don't get me wrong, I probably do wish I could sit and watch someone else do it. But yeah, I don't regret it.
Yeah.
My regrets will come from my kids.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
And I put myself in your shoes a number of times where I think you could have a long time ago said, stuff this, I just want to be a dad. And but you have sacrificed that.
Yeah, and sometimes I question whether what they'll think about that.
Well, I think I can't speak on their behalf, but I would imagine they'd be obviously very proud. They came to your last event and they saw the people and the quality of people as well. It wasn't like they paint skinhead tattooed like Nigel.
I had a
Farage
wonderful
said.
picture of the 3 of them watching.
Yeah. So they see what.
And my mate said, they'll just watch their riots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that answers your question.
And that's a vision that you've got in there for the rest of your life, mate.
And it's like, no matter what, do you know what? I hope there's some massive Free Tommy rallies.
Yeah.
You see my 4th United Kingdom rally? Let's do it when I get my release date.
Yeah.
We'll get a pencil straight in.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Sounds good. So there's been, like we've mentioned already.
You two make a great team, lads.
Yeah.
You fucking do, man. You make a great team.
Anton Deck,
No, it's great, yeah. But you're taller than them.
Yes, yeah. One of them at least. Yeah, there was 4 just tips it over, I think. But we've spoken about arrest, and there's people that's been, there was a lady that's been arrested, and she's held on remand for buying eggs, not even throwing eggs, buying eggs. So you got that. There's someone I want to mention. We've chatted about him previously, and and he's still got a case ongoing, which we can't go into too much. However, Jamie Michael, ex-Royal Marine Commando. Or still a Royal Marine Commando, I've been corrected on that. He is a Royal Marine Commando.
I watched his stuff.
Yeah, and he was arrested. Basically, he did a video. The video was saying, ultimately, we have to stand up to the Labour government and we have to do it peacefully. That was classed as incitement, and he was held. Now, he was arrested, and he was going to be held until February on remand because he's the only person I know of that said he's not guilty.
Do you know what it is? So they held everyone on remand to get them to go guilty.
Yes.
So everyone was on remand, they'll say, you'll be waiting until February, go guilty, you go out.
Yeah.
So it was a pressure tactic. It was a very clever use by a politicised judiciary. Because he's held his bollocks. He weren't the only one, because another one got released last week.
Right, yeah.
Case dropped.
Case dropped,
bruv. So he was on remand. He just messaged us. I think we were trying to get to interview him last week. So he was held, violence order, didn't do anything. So they literally just, as Keir Starmer says in the video, you will be remanded.
Yeah.
No. That's not how it works. You don't meant to remand people unless they're at risk of reoffending.
Yeah.
You don't just take a whole load of people and remand them to put fear into them. As punishment, which is what they've done. So well done to him, because he's going to have to sit and be wrongfully in prison now for 6 months until he clear his name.
Yeah, and
how's he getting on in jail?
Oh, he's out now. They've released him now, and I think.
How long did he do in jail?
He was there. I think it was about close to 2 weeks on remand. But in that,
they'd have hoped he went guilty, man, and that's just another headline.
Yeah, but also in this time, and this is where it gets hard, and this is what people never see or never understand is, in that time it was his daughter's birthday, and her daughter, all she wanted, and this upsets me, but all she wanted was her dad, on her birthday, and he was there for standing up for her future, and he weren't there. Luckily, the justice came and he was released on his partner's birthday. So his partner went to pick him up from prison on her birthday. So that was a lovely end. But that damage of the missing his daughter's birthday is done. Yeah. And I think that is, again, it's the punishment being the process.
But the punishment is the process, and we have political prisoners right now.
Yeah.
So if you're watching this, even if I am in prison, if you're attending the 26th of October event, do you know how many men there are in jail? The British men. So they'll all get a message of solidarity by turning up.
Yeah. Now, I know you wanted to go on to this now, but we've got these events, brilliant morale boost, and I think it's definitely been needed because everyone's been lost.
Yep.
And this is a big morale boost, and it is good, and it is, it's an excellent day. Is it the solution though, or is it political? Has it got to be a political solution?
I believe that we needed a cultural movement to shift the politics. That's what I said. We need to have fun on the way. And then we need to sit down with all the political parties was the idea.
Yeah.
We become that powerful, that big in each town city that they're all going to want to talk to us. But then I saw Nigel Farage and I watched his arse totally drop out. I expected to see five Reform MPs get in there and light the fucking place on fire.
Yep.
I expected to see them ask the questions that no one's talking about.
Yeah.
I expect them I thought hopefully they'd talk about the Islamisation of Britain till Nigel sold the seat of chairman to the highest Muslim bidder. So that's what I thought. And I thought we can be the cultural movement, they can be the politics. Now, when they had UKIP was there as a pressure valve to not to get elected, but to push Conservatives into certain policies.
Yeah.
I'm now looking at Reform thinking, well, your shit houses, to be honest, you don't care about population demographic replacement, which you were seeing, which the majority of the British public will care about.
Yeah.
And now I believe there needs to be a party to push them. So I've watched UKIP, I watched Nick, I watched Ben Walker, just so they understand, lads, because I didn't have a meeting them last week. My head's been all over the place, man, trying to sort stuff out. So I believe that if there was a political movement, that every one of us, when I say us, our entire movement, get behind with the size of our reach, then I've changed my mindset on that.
Yeah.
Because of the failures, the instant failures of Nigel Farage and his weakness since he got elected. Not just weakness, but kicking the working class and kicking all our protesters as far away. What he's actually done is exactly what the establishment do.
Yes.
So I think he is the establishment. He might sit there with a beer and...
See, I actually thought that when he was an MEP and we got Brexit, we got that referendum vote, both he and Cameron walked off stage. You know, he resigned within a few days. He should have stayed there to
see it through. See it through.
Yeah. And then the Brexit Party. I was an agent.
He got him in and then left.
Absolutely.
So there's been a lot of questions, but then when you still want to go for the best option.
Yeah.
So before the election, I didn't want to be accused of dividing the right-wing vote.
Yeah.
And I wanted to see people elected that could deal with it.
Yeah.
But since he got elected, obviously I'm bitter. He keeps kicking me and lying about me getting caught with a passport at the port. I was arrested on terrorism legislation. He's a coward and didn't want to talk about it in Parliament. So instead he just lied to his supporters.
Yeah.
So...
And that was what was unforgivable for me, is because he was asked about you once, and then he answered once, and then you would have thought, what he should have said is, look, it's nothing to do with it, let's move on.
Did you watch what's that Alex Phillips said about me?
Yes, yeah.
She got interviewed, mate. Said, I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and slam someone, if that's what you want me to do.
Yeah.
Someone I've never met.
Yeah.
Someone I've never spoke to. I don't know him. So no, I'm not going to sit here and do that. With Nigel, I think, he tries to mainstream himself by kicking the shit out of me.
Yeah.
And I just think, it's just not needed. You just didn't need to do it.
And that was it, because once you're prompted on it and then that comes out, maybe okay, whatever, but he's proactively gone and made his own videos
every
doing
time.
it. So,
every time.
Yeah.
So I think now there is, let's see what happens when I get back. Let's see how long I'm in jail for. If I'm in jail, I hope to hear you rallying the troops outside in London somewhere.
Absolutely.
And having a great day. Do you know my biggest regret? One of my biggest regret in my life is that I was in jail in 2017 when everyone marched on Downing Street because it looked like such a good day.
Yeah.
I think we outdone it on the 27th of July.
We did.
I hope we do on 26th of October.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Tommy.
Thanks, bruv. Cheers, man. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you.
Cheers, boys.
Legend.
Nice one.
Nice one.